Hey everybody, first of all, this is not in any good shape or form right now. I do apologize, but I want to take this video because I wanted to do one before I got busy for the holidays. And also I wanted to do a fun one, and something that I've been doing in the past few days is watching all the cheesy Christmas movies on Netflix that are terrible. They are truly horrible writing. It's like, the rom-coms that have this formula. Okay, so I've been watching all these things to kind of cope with some stuff I've been dealing with. And I was a little sad a few days ago, so I was like, you know what? I am going to just watch a ton of these movies and binge them and just escape into this terribly cheesy Christmas like candy cane crack world. And I did it. So, but then I was like, you know what would be really funny is these movies are so horrible. I should just make a fucking video about it and talk about, the formula that there is. And there is a formula. I mean, some of you people who have ever watched them, you know what I'm talking about. There is an actual formula. And for those of you who haven't watched them, you're missing out on making fun of these terrible movies. Oh my god, my hair. Can't with that. So anyway, I decided that it was time to do that video, and so here it is. So basically, I started with ones that I watched last year. One of them was A Christmas Prince, and that one was the big, hit last year, and it was surprising to Netflix, I think, because it was supposed to be like one of those Lifetime movies and all that stuff, and it kind of ended up being this creepy, weird, well, this weird phenomenon because, it's got 5 stars and it's terrible. It's so bad that it's good. Like, it's actually a comedy in my opinion. So The Christmas Prince, for those of you who haven't seen it, the premise is basically this girl who is a reporter or an up-and-coming journalist who's looking for her big break. She's blonde and she's trying to go to this press conference for this prince in a made-up land, Aldovia, or made-up country. I mean, for those of you who've seen Princess Diaries, Genovia, Aldovia, kind of similar. So she goes and she goes to this press conference, and then he doesn't show up for the press conference, so they cancel the press conference, and she's like, I can't go back without a story. So she sneaks in through the catering kitchen door or something, and pretends to be the tutor for the prince's younger sister, who's 2 weeks early from her trip or something. An American tutor, I guess, is what they were talking about. And she's 2 weeks early for her job. How convenient. So she pretends to be this Margaret, whatever her name is, and pretends to tutor this little girl. And the little girl's learning all kinds of crazy math and stuff. And she's like, you know what, screw that. We're just going to have Christmas fun. And it's pretty much, of course, a week before Christmas when this all happens. And so the little girl starts off with a chip on her shoulder because she hates all her previous nannies or tutors or whatever. And she's got issues with her dad being dead. And then the chick, her secret's found out by the little princess girl or whatever, and she's like, I won't tell anyone if we can have all this fun for Christmas. And Jigger's like, yeah, cool. So they go tobogganing, and they go and do fun things outside and do archery and all kinds of royal shit. And basically during this whole time, the prince, who is supposedly a playboy and doesn't like to have responsibility, is actually this really charitable guy. He's super cool, but he doesn't really know if he wants the throne because he's still young and Manchild. And basically, he and the girl fall in love during this whole situation. And then at the end, all the secrets are revealed. There's a whole family secret that's revealed. I'm not going to give it away because you should watch it. It's actually really funny. And then, of course, at the end, she gets with the prince. I mean, obviously she would. I'm not really giving anything away. It's pretty obvious. So my point is, there's a formula to these things. And I decided to break it down. I'm just going to get my list ready. I just figured I've been doing a lot of down and pretty serious posts lately, and I figured maybe it's time for something more upbeat and interesting, and it's also like around the holidays, and I feel like for me, I personally need to like do things that are holiday-esque and like really get into them, because if I don't, I get really depressed. So this was me like binging into the world of Christmas. I know some of you are like, Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet. Okay, it's tomorrow. Okay, let's calm down. I didn't decorate yet. I still have my wreath up on a shelf, and I'm waiting to put it up until after Thanksgiving, because you don't decorate for Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Fine, but my point is, I had to get into it. I was looking for something to watch. They were right in my face on Netflix. Go you for marketing, Netflix. But anyway, I digress. So let me get back to this. Also, yes, I am wearing a Wonder Woman fleece furry pajama set that my mother gave me last year for Christmas. And I don't care if you think I'm stupid or ridiculous. It's comfortable and I'm warm. And that's what matters. And, you know, she's pretty awesome. So if you don't like Wonder Woman, screw you. Okay. Where is my list? Where's my list? Oh, here we go. I called it cheesy Christmas movies. So the first thing you have to know about these is that there's always a girl in a major city, like Chicago or New York. Most of the time it's New York. Maybe like 7 times out of 10 it's New York, and then like 2 or 3 times out of 10 it's like Chicago. I haven't seen one, or maybe LA. Like sometimes LA is one of them too. I don't know. Either way, the ones I've been watching have mostly been New York. So it's always like a major city girl who goes to either like another country where there's royalty, or a small town. So it's like big city girl, small town living, or big city girl, oh my god, I'm a princess now. There's no in between. There's no 2 city people getting together. At least not from the ones I watched. I watched about 5 of these so far. So yeah. So that's one. That's rule number 1. There has to be a big city girl, and she has to go somewhere for some reason, whether it's work or family or whatever. That's what happens. 2, there is always, oops, let me see. Okay, so there's always royalty and a choice between duty and going after your dreams. Whether it's the prince that's trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life, whether it's the girl that's trying to figure out what she's wanting to do with life, everyone's in this weird transition period. And of course, this person is going to bring that dream goer, go-getter out of the other person. I mean, that's not realistic in my opinion, but it's a movie, so we can't really do much about it. But yeah, there's always like a choice, like, am I going to do this for duty, or am I going to go after my dream and possibly disappoint my whole family / the whole country? But then in the end, no one really fucking cares. So, you know, if they go after their dream, everyone's like, yeah, great, happy for you, that's awesome. So that's one of the options, or one of the other. That's number 2. Number 3, there's always 2 hot dudes. There's always one who's clearly the right person for them, whether it's like the best friend from the beginning that like she never realized was there, dumbass, or it's the new guy who's way better than her ex, who she keeps going back to, and most likely he's royalty, or he's a doctor, or he's from a small town that values family and tradition and all that stuff, and she chooses him. But there's always 2 hot dudes to choose from. One of the hot dudes is usually a prick, and it's usually her ex or the new guy she's seeing because she's not realizing her best friend is right there, or he's just like a friend, or a guy that becomes a friend, and there's no more romantic connection or something, whatever. That's number 3, 2 hot dudes. Number 4, there's always a secret. Okay, so with the girl in Christmas Prince, the secret was that she wasn't actually a tutor from America. She was just trying to get a story on the prince and learn about who he really was. And so that's their secret. There's another secret with like Christmas Inheritance. There's a secret about the family or something. And then the Princess Switch, these 2 girls who look exactly alike and are probably related. And they think it's by like a distant cousin, but they're obviously twins. And So basically, like, their secret is that, oh, we're going to switch places because the princess wanted to live the common girl's life and just enjoy things, and then the common girl wanted to all of a sudden make a difference in politics. So that's, that's what happened there. So there's always some kind of secret that gets revealed at the end, and everyone's like, oh my god, how do we not know this secret? Okay. And then there's always like a Santa type figure, or like an older man who's like magically making things happen, or is giving little tidbits of advice about, oh yeah, Christmas is a great time for family. Oh, maybe I should go see my family. Anyway, or there's actually like a Santa, and it's weird. Or there is a matchmaker person, and this matchmaker person is most, like, 9 times out of 10, it's a child. It's like the daughter of this divorcee dad, or this guy who's a widower, or the sister of a prince, or the cousin of the girl who's planning the wedding. Like, it's always some child figure who's like instigating all this stuff, or a Santa figure. Or if you're lucky enough to watch the princess switch, you get a Santa figure and you get a little child. So it's like matchmaking utopia. I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's 2 main girls, so maybe you need 2 matchmakers. Sure. So that's that. I mean, that's what number was that? Oh, that's number 5, because Secret was 4. Okay, 5 was Santa figure. Oh, the younger child also instigates romantic situations. So, for instance, like, the kid will be like, oh, we should all go watch the Nutcracker together. Or, oh, let's start a snowball fight. Oh, look, there's my brother. He's going to come over and join us because we're having so much fun in the snow. I know, it's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. There's always a dead parent, or 2 dead parents, or a grandparent who has some kind of significance in the story. Like, there is a tradition that they used to have together, and at one point in the story, the girl's going to start talking about, oh, my mom and I, we used to go apple picking around this time of year, and it was always our tradition to, like, eat 1 apple before we brought the apples to buy them, or so. It's like some weird tradition or something. There's always a tradition like that, and it has something that then ties into the whole story at the end, and it's like, this is why I know we're meant to be, because blah 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 blah, this thing happened, and like we used to do this all the time, and etc. etc. So that's the thing. That's okay. That's number 6. Number 7. There's always some kind of montage in the snow, where they're like showing people playing, or like going sledding, or they're ice skating, or they're like checking out some Christmas lights or something. There's always a montage, and it's usually snowing most of the time, because it's a Christmas movie, and who doesn't feel Christmassy without some snow? There's always horses. Well, maybe not. Well, no, there is usually always horses. Like, either they're pulling a carriage or something, or people are going horseback riding in the woods, or they're going, or they're like, the guy is a horse whisperer. I don't know. But there's always horses, because horses and snow equals Christmas. Apparently that's what equals Christmas. So all I need to do for my Christmas now is I gotta go out and buy a horse and then hope it snows. And I'm good. Who would have thought? So, horses, that's number 8. Number 9, there's always a big event, like, that's on the horizon. Like a charity ball, or a gala, or some kind of regular ball. Like, I don't know, there's always some kind of event that most of the characters all end up at, and like that becomes like the big moment where everyone's like interacting in weird ways, and like, oh, I found out this person's secret because I'm a side character, and like I want to screw up this whole person's life for some reason. Or this guy wants to take the throne, so he's trying to plot to get the king, like, or the prince to not be legitimate or something. I don't know. Okay, so big event. Number 10. Main character learns a new skill, like baking or piano playing. So, like, the main character always has, like, some kind of, I don't know, they just don't know something, and they always learn something really cute to do, like maybe knitting or baking, and, like, it teaches them something, which is the next part. So the leading lady always learns something about herself or her career choice, and like she has this big epiphany at some point during the movie where she's just like, she's like, I really don't know why I didn't do this sooner because this makes so much sense, blah 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 blah. And then she's always challenging the man-child, whether it's the best friend she didn't realize was there to do something amazing, or it's the new guy who's the prince who's trying to figure out if he wants to be in charge of a country, and she's like, believe in yourself. If you don't want to be a leader, it's more likely that you should be a leader because you aren't going to be like a tyrant or anything to your country or something like that. Anyway, the point is, Manchild just suddenly grows up, and because of this woman, so because she's like emotionally available and mature, he becomes emotionally available and mature. That's not how it works in the real life, guys. Don't believe that bullshit, okay? It doesn't work like that. If a guy's emotionally immature, he's got to learn how to be mature by himself. The most ridiculous part of all these movies, basically. All of a sudden, this dude wants to be a better man, and like, they prove that he is, but no. Okay. Someone gets engaged or married at the end. Number 12. Yep. Even if this person, like this girl met this prince 2 weeks ago, hey, it's New Year's Eve. Why not? It's so romantic. Okay, first of all, no. No, it's not. It's not romantic at all. If you're going to propose to someone on the same day that a million other people are going to propose to them, like New Year's Eve, it's sweet and everything, but like, come on, think of something different. Really? Like, you're going to propose to her on New Year's Eve even though you just met, you haven't lived together, you don't know anyone's financial situation, you don't know their family, you don't know if they want kids. What if it turns out she doesn't want kids? And she's got to continue the royal line. Oh well, too bad, now you gotta have kids. Sorry, no. Wrong. Okay. There's always a flash forward scene at the end. So, most of these movies nowadays, most of them, realize, okay, 2 weeks is not long enough to know somebody, obviously. So we're going to flash forward to the next year when they get proposed to on Christmas. Oh my god, who would have thought they were going to get proposed to on Christmas? Really? Really? Okay, it's they are enjoyable to watch though, I swear to god. It's just, when you keep watching them over and over, you're like, you would think someone would try to write something different, but, they spit it out and we eat it. We eat it up because everyone wants to feel that connection to something around the holidays, because it's really bleak if you don't. So, okay. Last two. So I kind of already went over this one. So, 14. There's some sort of family or town tradition, like, oh, the tree lighting ceremony is the big thing for the year, and this Mrs. Anderson always bakes this special specific pie only on this one day of the year. You gotta try it. Oh my god, I'm trying new things. Oh, what have I been doing all my life? I've just been living in my routine for like the past 10 years, and now I realize that life is about more than a routine. What? Which also goes into my last point. A scene where the main character finally gets it. Oh yeah, my best friend. I mean, we've been hanging out for years, and he gets me the sweetest gifts, and, he's always there when I need him. He was there when my grandfather died, and then he was there when, I lost my dog, and, like, he helped me get through college by, like, getting me a job with blah, 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 blah. Like, there's just, oh my god, he's in love with me. You think? You think? Really? Really? How long have you been best friends? For years? And he's a dude, and you're both single and not... I mean, certain personalities don't, but there's a reason you're best friends. Like, there's obviously a connection somewhere there or something. It's just interesting. Or it's like the main person gets it, like, oh, this prince isn't a playboy. He actually cares about me. Oh my gosh. He could like little old boring me from the city when he could have a princess? What? Please, people. Anyway, I want to see like a same-sex couple or like like a polyamorous couple or something different with this formula, but like a little less cheesy. And I want to see them not need a matchmaker to get together. And I want to see a realistic engagement time, like being together with someone. That's what I want to see. It's just, and oh, and the fact that the girl's blonde is like maybe like 6 out of 10 times she's blonde. If she's not blonde, she's like a brunette and she's klutzy. I mean, I'm a klutzy brunette, so I can't really argue that point, but anyway, this has been a lot longer than I expected, but hopefully it was entertaining for you. I just feel like these movies, while entertaining for me, I don't know, I think they could just be a little less predictable. But I mean, there's a reason it's a formula, there's a reason it's a stereotype, and there's a reason they have more than 4 stars on Netflix. So, if you want a good laugh, and you just want to escape for a while and just not think about anything, Christmas Prince, Princess Switch, Christmas Inheritance, A Holiday Engagement, what's the other one? Oh, Christmas Calendar, that's a new one. But yeah, those are the 5 that I watched so far. So, I mean, wait, 5, 4, I don't know. Anyway, go watch them, get into the Christmas spirit, and realize that you should be thankful that your life is not cookie cutter Christmas movie. It's full of all kinds of crazy possibilities, and being open to that makes your life way more interesting than these run-of-the-mill random lead ladies. I mean, it's just amazing. But yeah, so everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. If you are going to be with family, then enjoy that time. If you're going to be with friends, enjoy that time. If you're just going to hang alone at home with your cat, enjoy that time too. But we all have something to be thankful for in one way or another. So in closing, I just want to say that I'm very thankful for everyone that's important to me in my life, my family, my friends, all my loved ones, basically, who have been a part of this mess, especially for the past year. I'm thankful that I have found a new home where I feel safe. I'm thankful that I have this roof over my head where I can come home and feel comfortable and relax and not be nervous about things. And I'm really thankful that I am able to finally move on and be free from my marriage. So, anyway, happy Turkey Day, and till next time, I hope that you enjoyed my little ranting. Alright, bye!